Hi, family, friends, and followers. I just want to come back to you with some updates. I'll try to put everything in one video. I know I'm a little bit behind, but I'm sorry for my delay. A lot has been going on here with me, so I'm sorry for my tardiness, but I'm going to try to remember everything. I need to start taking notes that'll kind of help me and pull myself together. But everything may not be in chronologic, I think I got that word right, chronologic order, but I'm gonna give it to you the best way I can. Let's start from the end to the beginning. I should take notes on this and then I can give it to you the right way. But about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago now, I believe, I did have 2 seizures, and some people say, why do you still have seizures if you got surgery done? Isn't that supposed to limit or risk you from having seizures? Yes, you all, but it's going to take time, and with medicine. I did talk to my doctor, so let me just skip to the middle part. At my last appointment at UNC, and she said it's going to be about 2 to 4 years now. I was looking at the 2 years. She said about 4 years. So 2 to 4 years for me to wean off of my medicines because it looks like I'm still having some seizure activity. She doesn't quite understand what those activities are because I don't have the cameras yet in my home. Hopefully I'll get those cameras up as soon as possible. That way, when activity happens, I'm able to pull it up and show her exactly this is what happens, because I'm not able to say, hey, this is what happened to me, here's a video, and I don't have anyone that's old enough to say, this is what happened to her. She did this, that, and that. And of course, I can't remember to say, I don't know what happened. It happened on this side, my leg, arm, this happened. My speech happened this way. I don't have any because it's just me and with my daughter. Or if she's here, she's able to say, this happened to mommy, that happened to mommy, and she wasn't here when I had the last seizures the other week. She was with her father. So I had 2 seizures back to back because I was watching some videos on my phone, and that kind of triggered me. And when I was watching those videos, I had took my medicine. I was laying down in the bed, and good thing I had took my medicine and was laying down because it could have been worse than what it was. So I remember right before the seizures started, I remember saying, I feel like I'm about to have a seizure. And I picked up my phone, and thank goodness I called 911 by myself. So I told the doctor and I told EMS when they finally came in, because they said they were knocking for a long time. And he said, I was just about to break your door down before you came and answered the door. I said, dude, who are you? Like, before I realized they were, who are you and why are you knocking at my door? Because I had like the metal type door, and every time somebody comes to my door, I'm like, why are y'all knocking so hard? Why are y'all acting like y'all the police? Because I have chronic migraine as well, and I can't stand for people to knock at my door that hard. And normally I know when somebody's coming over because they call me and say, hey, I'm coming up, or this, that, and the other. Or I've either already talked to them. It's a ladybug on my window. If my friend is watching this, I just saw a ladybug. She knows who she is if she's watching. And just saw a ladybug, girl. Just saw a ladybug. But he was like, we're EMS. You know, you call 911. You had a seizure. And my neighbor came out. He was like, are you okay, Miss Follett? I said, I don't know. Did I call for help? Did I have a seizure? He said, I don't know. So the EMT told me to go get my phone, check to see if I called 911. So I went to my room. I looked at my phone. I said, I did. I called 911. I saved myself. I did it. I did it by myself. I called 911 because at UNC, they teach you to know your symptoms, to look out for certain things, and to help you gain knowledge about what you're going through, to know the signs and symptoms of your epilepsy and your seizures, so you can know when they're coming on, what they feel like, what they look like, and everything. That's how I knew, like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm about to have a seizure, because I know what it feels like sometimes. And I did. So they sat me down, they checked my information. He said, if I'm not mistaken, trying to think back, I think they said my blood sugar was up or something like that. I can't remember. So they took me to the MS. They took me to the hospital. I was like, can you take me to UNC? They was like, we can't take you that far. I was like, look, I had brain surgery. If y'all had to do anything regarding my brain, take me to my doctors in Chapel Hill. So on the way there, I saw a little blanket. I was like, I need that blanket. So they gave me a blanket. I was like, I am somebody's baby. I am. So that's like my security blanket now. That is my security blanket. I carry the blanket everywhere. I was like, 45 years old, carrying a blanket. That's me. I said, y'all see my babies? Y'all saw my babies on my bed, right? And I think the lady EMT worker, I think she made up my bed while I was gone, or while I was in there. Because when I came back, I said, my babies all tucked in, real nice and cute. I said, I'm going to call him Lonnie, the little white one I had ever since I was 7. My daddy gave it to me. And her name is Paulette, Pawette, like my name, except for the Paul is spelled different. I said, I'm going to just go ahead and name her Emma. So it is Lonnie and Emma, like my mom and my dad. And y'all see, my story is not over. I had to put it there for y'all today to let y'all know my story is not over, even though I've been through a lot in my life. And it's just not about the seizures and the epilepsy. Everybody's like, girl, you need to write a book. I hear that all the time. All the time. I've been through so much. And epilepsy is not just about what you've been through. It's got to know the triggers to stop the seizures and everything that can cause them to come on and happen. You have to get away from that so your body can calm down. And like when they say I'm being rewired, it literally is rewiring your mind and your brain to think differently so you don't go through the stressors and not have the seizures. It's like relearning, so you can help your brain to say, we're not going through this today. No, no, no. So you can avoid stress and getting sleep and having comfort. I told my friend, I said, I need you to cuddle. Don't go. Give me a hug. But it's just my thing. It's like, take my medicine, wake up, take my medicine, lay back down. I told my nurse, I'm like, when you're here, get me up so we can talk, have some adult time, like talk. We normally do our little Bible time. I said, you got to help me because my memory is like short sometimes. And I'm like, what? I tell my friends, my family, what were we just talking about? Like, help me. What's the word I'm trying to get out my mind? Like, dig. What was I just talking about? Like, it's really frustrating at times. I never thought I would be the face of something that's so, it's not talked about enough. And people think it's just, oh, she had a seizure, she just shakes a lot, she passes out and shake a lot. It's not just that. It's not. Seizures can look so, it's like a wide range wide arrangement of what seizures can look like. I remember talking to my mom. She was like, no, I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it. And, you know, when she talked to my doctor said, yeah, that's it. So she was like, oh, wow. Wow, for real? So, and then me doing my research, I'm like, wow, that's it and that's it? They're both the same thing, but they don't look alike? Wow. And that's the same thing as that? Like, C and D are the same as A, and the three don't look alike? Like A, B, C, and D mean the same thing, and yet the four don't look alike? Wow. And they all take the same medicine, but none of them look alike. And they all have the same symptoms, but none of them look alike. Wow. Wow. Like, they're all triplets, all came from the same mom, but yet they're all fraternal. That was real interesting, Paulette. Good job. Good job, Bree. Good job. Sometimes I can think really good and it comes out really good, but it's like, did I just say that? I sound pretty interesting saying that, and it just boggles me. I'm like, girl, you really did it. That sound real good coming out your mouth. And I'm like, it really did. I didn't think I can say it, but I did say it. And other times I'm like, I don't know what I'm saying. I really don't. So I get so proud of myself. I was like, you did it, girl. You did it. That sound really good coming out your mouth. So I know it's a journey. It's a journey. But my thing is just everybody I meet, I try to educate them on what epilepsy is. And coming up this year, I think it's in May, they're supposed to be having a walk or run in the United States Capitol. I want to go so bad. So bad. And, but I can't drive. But I want to go so bad. Oh my gosh, I want to go so bad. Just to meet different people from all over the world that's experiencing the same thing that I'm experiencing. So maybe I'll try to figure out a way that I can go and just try to be there, because I know if anything happens to me, everybody around me will know what to do, because they have all experienced the same thing I'm experiencing. I'm pretty sure there'll be tons of doctors and nurses there. But and right now we're doing a 34-mile walker run for epilepsy this month, or no, next month, for epilepsy awareness. So I just wanted to give you all those updates that my doctor did say. Right now I don't have to come back. Everything kind of looks good. My EEG, as far as that, they're going to have to put me on a sleep study for the next appointment they had coming up. It's going to be for January, because they were so pushed back. They did have another location, but I don't know what that schedule looked like, so I chose UNC because I'm familiar with that location and it's inside the hospital. So that's where I'll be going. And they did a sleep study to figure out what's going on, because when I'm sleeping, that's when most of the seizures happen, and that's where like the jerking and the twitching happens. So they're going to have me come in and do a sleep study. So I will update you all when that happens. I forgot what they said about electronic devices. He did tell me something, I forgot. But I'll probably have to let you all know after that study what they'll say. Sorry, I'm getting alerts, notifications while I'm on the phone. But I believe that's about it as far as my updates. Went to the doctor. She said that, went to the psychotherapist, and I had to try to remember things And it was, y'all, it was horrible, horrible. They said I did just a tad bit either better or worse than what I did the first time. But when you have short term, what can you do? And he said he thought that I could have did much better than what I did. He thought that I was a little off focus. I'm like, sir, has anybody been in your brain? Have you ever had brain surgery? Because I'm an upfront person. Like, I don't care who you are. I will talk to you and say, what is this? Like, I advocate for myself. I was like, have you ever had, and I've sent a message in this thing called My Chart. Like, have you ever had anybody, I know you're a psychotherapist, but have you ever had anybody to go into your brain 3 times, not once, but 3 times, and you lost your memory? Like, I was a child that when my parents left home and people called, I was a child that could remember the message and the phone number without writing it down. Without writing it down. And when my parents would come home, I would say, such and such called, their phone number is. Then this person called, their phone number is, without getting them mixed up. Now, I'm 40 plus years old. I can't remember what happened this morning from tonight. I can lay in my bed, try to remember what the floor plan of my house is at night. Try to remember what the floor plan of my house is, like doing memory games. And I can't remember the layout. That's not cool. That's not cool. So I'm definitely a person that advocates for myself. And if I don't feel right within my body, I'm going to let you know. And I said this was definitely not a thing before surgery. This was a thing after surgery. Like, I could kind of remember before this good and well, but after this, no. It's completely gotten out of control, completely. So if you all can just think about me in your prayers, those of you all that do pray, think about me in your prayers. Just keep thinking about me. Even though the surgery is done and over, my journey is still going on, and I greatly appreciate you all for sharing my journey with others. I greatly appreciate you all, and those of you all still rocking camouflage. I see you with your babies rocking camouflage. My cousin, she lives in Michigan. She got her babies rocking camouflage. I said, go girl. She's about to have another baby. She was like, he needs a teddy bear. He needs a teddy bear. What's her big cousin do? Got him a teddy bear. His first teddy bear is what? Camouflage. So that came this week. So big cousin got to find a way to get to the post office because, of course, big cousin can't drive. So I will get his camouflage teddy bear in the mail to Michigan soon because that's my baby. And even though we're far apart, like 800 plus miles apart, we talk so much on the phone almost every day. My cousin and I were like 10 years apart. That was my baby. She was my baby. My auntie don't know she was my baby. That's my baby girl. And then her baby that she's carrying is my baby boy. Because I want a baby boy also. I wanted my little girl, but I wanted a baby too. I lost my baby. I was like, I think that was a baby boy probably. Because I was a godmom baby boy. And I carried some of her symptoms. Like, I was sick for her. I was like, why am I so sick? Like, I wasn't sick like this when I carried my own kids, my own baby that went to heaven and my baby's here on earth. I wasn't sick like this, and I'm sick for her. Like, okay, we too close. We're gonna have to back this friendship, cousinship back some, because I'm sick for you. And it's so hilarious. I was like, I never, ever, ever done that before. Carried somebody's child, but it was cute. But anyway, I will continue to keep you all posted on what's going on with me. If I'm delayed in my updates, I do apologize. I did have a lot going on these last few months, and I do apologize. But I think that's all as far as with my updates. The 2 seizures that I did have, I was home in bed by myself, but I was safe. I didn't fall or anything. And when the EMT came, my floors in my kitchen are ceramic, but I was safe because the EMT worker, when I opened the door, he was right there. So I was safe. I did not fall. I was in my room on carpet. And then I was at the hospital. They got me right off the gurney, I think that's what it's called. I hope I got it right. And they slid me over to the bed. So I was safe and everything. So thank you all so much for continuing to follow me. Please share, subscribe, and everything they say to do on YouTube, do that. And I will definitely be posting this to Facebook. Thank you all on Facebook for following me and sharing my story. And thank you all to my South African friends that were following me. Miss Claire, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thumbs up. We talked on the phone for almost an hour or so. She was so sweet. From Cape Town, Africa. Thank you. You thought I was going to forget? No. And then my other friend that I met, I forgot her name. She was from Amazon, I believe. We talked on the phone for quite some time. And Miss Claire was from Walmart. And my other friend, she was from Amazon. And then another gentleman, I believe, I talked to him the other day. And he said he's going to follow me. So it's like my story is all around the world almost. And that's what I'm trying to get at, because it needs to be all around the world. Epilepsy needs to be out there. People need to start talking more about it. We talk about cancer. We talk about diabetes. We talk about everything. We talk about AIDS awareness, and not saying that this is not important, because it is important. It is very important, but we need to put epilepsy out there too, because people die from that. They die from it in their sleep. They die from it in their sleep, and that is most people with epilepsy worst and greatest fear, that nobody is going to be there for them and that they're going to die in their sleep. Sometimes we're the people that have it. I know where I'm going to already go, because I have faith in God, that God is going to watch over me. And if I die in my sleep, when I open my eyes, I'm going to see heaven. I'm going to see Jesus, and I'll be able to be with my daddy. Even though he won't remember me as his daughter, I'm going to say, I remember you as my daddy. Can I still be your daughter? I'm not going to say that for real, but I'll be like, oh my gosh, this man reminds me of somebody I knew before. But I will open my eyes and be able to see all the people that I used to know down here on earth. Oh, it's going to be a wonderful and glorious time. And I remember talking to Miss Claire. She had recently lost her father, and I just was able to pour into her life and tell her little nuggets that how I used to remember my father, and we just bonded in that moment. So I'm glad to be able to share my story with people. And it's just awesome, awesome, awesome. And if I can just share those nuggets and be able to bring people into my story and how epilepsy has changed me, and then share with them some other things, and how it's the peace that is in the midst of the storm that I have to gain, even though I'm going through this and it brings tears to my eyes. I never thought that I would be going through something. And my father's baby sister had epilepsy, and my auntie said that she didn't die from epilepsy itself, but it was another part of the whole scenario as to why she died. Then if she was a great woman and she was able to survive up until then, however God so see fit, because everybody has to go some way, then I can raise my head high and just say, God, when your time comes, here I am. Thank God. Thank you, God. I hear you. So that's it for today. Thank you all. I love you all. Thank you so much for following me.